You don't have to feel nothing to be strong. You don't have to shut down every time something hurts just to prove you're a man. But somewhere along the way, most of us were taught that we do. Not out loud, of course. It's never really said. It just shows up in the way your dad went quiet for 3 days when something went wrong, in how your uncle brushed off pain like it didn't matter, in how the men around you laughed off heartbreak or buried it in alcohol and long workdays and silence. You learned that real men hold it in, push through, numb it out. So that's what you did. You started turning off parts of yourself. You stopped crying, stopped talking, stopped asking for help. And somewhere in there, you started feeling less. Or at least you convinced yourself you were, like if you just stopped paying attention to what was going on inside, maybe it would go away. But it didn't. It just sat there, got heavier, and you started to feel tired without knowing why. The thing is, numb isn't peace. It's not strength. It's not being chill or cool or unbothered. It's what happens when you don't feel safe being human. When you've had to toughen up so much, you can't even tell what's real anymore. You're smiling and nodding in rooms that drain you. You're saying, I'm good when you're not. You're in relationships that never see the real you because you're scared the real you feels too much. And yeah, I get it. You're not trying to make a big deal out of everything. You're just trying to survive. But man, surviving ain't living. And if you're honest, there are moments where the numbness slips. Maybe a song comes on and your chest tightens for reasons you don't understand. Maybe you hear someone talk about their dad and something in you wants to cry, but can't. Maybe you're lying in bed next to someone who loves you and still feel like you're completely alone, like no one really knows what's going on inside. That feeling, that's the part of you that's still alive. Still trying, still waiting to be heard. It's not weakness, it's not drama, it's just your humanity knocking. You don't need to have the right words, you don't need to break down and tell your whole life story. But don't keep pretending that none of it matters. That what happened to you didn't shape you. That you're just some rock with arms. Men feel deeply. We just don't always get the space to show it. You've probably grieved things in silence that would have crushed someone else. And you didn't even get a, "Are you okay?" You just had to carry it, alone. You've probably forgiven people without ever getting an apology. You've probably stayed calm in rooms where you were falling apart. And if no one's told you this yet, I will. Just because you've mastered the art of hiding it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Just because you're quiet about it doesn't mean it's not real. You've got a heart. You've got memories. You've got pain that doesn't show up in words. It shows up in habits. In how you overthink things at night. In how you scroll instead of sleep. In how you distance yourself from people who actually care because you're scared they'll get too close and see the mess. But you're not a mess. You're not broken. You're just exhausted from pretending everything's fine. And you're not alone in that. A lot of us are walking around like ghosts of ourselves, smiling, working, lifting, performing. And inside, we're numb. Not because we want to be, but because that's what we were taught keeps us alive. It's okay to feel again, even if it's ugly, even if it's slow, even if it doesn't make sense. Being a man doesn't mean being bulletproof. It means being honest with yourself, with the people you trust. It means saying, I don't know what I need right now, but I know I'm not okay. It means giving yourself permission to be more than what the world expects. You don't have to cry in public. You don't have to spill your heart to strangers, but you do need to know this. Feeling isn't failure. It's not weakness. It's how you heal. It's how you come home to yourself. Because there's a version of you underneath all the numbness. One that feels joy without guilt. One that speaks without fear. One that rests without shame. And he's not soft. He's not broken. He's just free. Some men live their whole lives trying to be hard enough not to feel, but it's the ones who feel it all and keep going that carry the real kind of strength. And the silence you've been sitting in? It doesn't have to be forever. It's just been waiting for you to say one true thing. Maybe this is it.